Okay, so this video is probably going to be titled something along the lines of a callback to when pocket knives sucked. Not content I particularly had planned on doing, but that's the plan. Yeah, if you're looking at this knife and you know that brand, then you know it is the Lowe's, one of the Lowe's in-house budget brands. And the reason I have this goofy ass knife is because my poor sister, she lives in Seattle, and that's where I am. I'm in Seattle right now. I'm in a hotel, and give you like a little view out the window here. This is in the downtown, and Pike's Place Market is kind of up that way. I'm about to go do a food tour. This is this guy is from one of the local. Dude, they've got such good food here. I should be reviewing food, not crappy knives, but I don't have a food channel, so here we go. Yeah, so her apartment flooded about a week and a half ago, and when they pulled up the some of the floorboards where the flooding was, they found mold. So it was black mold, so it was a much more extensive problem than just, fix the flooding. No, yeah, there was a freeze here. Give a little backstory. There was a freeze here a few weeks ago. It broke pipes. Then the guys came in to do the repair, and then more pipes broke. And then, she couldn't, because it was across the city. She couldn't find movers. And I wasn't working, so I flew up for the weekend in a couple extra days to give her a hand. And I was not going to do check-on for just a short little flight. And yeah, so basically we had to move her stuff out of the apartment so that they could pull up the floors and do some heavy remediation and repiping. So yeah, that's the backstory, and I don't need much more time to cover this knife. What I did was, Seattle's kind of a mixed bag in that it's got some really great stuff and it's got some goofy stuff. And one of the goofy things is that, a lot of the stores are heavily monitored and a lot of areas are pretty seedy now. So I wasn't going to, you can't get into a Walmart or anything like that, because Walmart carries better pocket knives. The best I could do was Lowe's, and it was between this and a $30 Gerber. This is a $15 knife. If this had been $20, I would have bought the Gerber, but my sister doesn't give a flying fuck about pocket knives. I'm going to leave this in her glove compartment, and maybe the next time I visit, put it back in my pocket. Or, maybe at some point she might have to cut something that she doesn't have. She's never going to use it. It's just going to sit in her glove compartment. But, yeah, I wanted something with a blade on it to put in my knife that was folding. And, yeah, there's the backstory. It's much more interesting than the knife. The knife is... It is a callback. It was reminding me of when I had shitty pocket knives, like back before the Spyderco Tenacious came along and made the standard of a budget knife something pretty fantastic. This reminds me of before those times when there was just goofy shit going on with the knife. Okay, so It's got a goofy ass opening system, which is like this push button. It locks down, right? It's a liner lock with a push button open that relieves the detent, and then you have to swing it out, but you can't use the button to close it, and it locks closed. So the finger notch that's there, you can't use that to open it. I guess you could push the button and then open it, but if you're doing that, you could just open it. The little finger, the buck 110 finger notch is completely superfluous there. Deep carry pocket clip is a decent pocket clip, especially for, I've been wearing Dickies work pants, so it's a good pocket clip, pointed the wrong direction. So I've been, every time I've been pulling it out of my pocket, I've been pulling it as if it was a tip up and then going like this, and then the knife is upside down. So there's that. And, it's not a very smooth action. The operation just kind of blows my mind. It's just so goofy and funky. But here's the interesting side about this. The knife industry can't help but make a better knife than what used to be around back in the day. This is not just a flea market quality knife. It's actually well built. I used it for cutting boxes, for cutting bubble wrap, and for cutting shrink wrap, and it's still sharp, right? Well, somewhat still sharp. Yeah, we're already hitting, the limits, but I was able to use the serrations to go through the cardboard, and it was able to do the job. It's full, fairly full nested steel liners, so it's pretty heavy. It's just a goofy knife. It's not a great knife. And if my sister would have given a shit about having a pocket knife, I would have popped for a better one. But since this is literally going to sit in the glove compartment the same way the Gerber option would have, yeah, it's like it's an okay functioning knife if you have no idea what a pocket knife should be, and it's much better than it used to be back in the 90s. But it's kind of funny. It's like Kobalt was like, well, we're doing a budget knife, so and they I'm sure whoever makes pocket knives knows what the market is, and they're like, well, since it's budget, we have to make it kind of shitty to punish whoever bought it for not spending more money on something else, even though we don't have a better product, like a kind of a standard ripoff of a Tenacious or an Ontario Route 1 or something. So it's been an interesting couple of days with this knife. Is it horrible? No, because it works. But is it anything that I will look back on with fondness and be like, that was a fun knife? No. No. It's kind of a dumpster fire of decent build quality with like a reminder that knives used to have this action is so funky. I'm going to finish this in less than 45 seconds. But you can only close it with the liner lock, and you can only open it with the button, and you really have to whack it open. And there I go again. I was trying to close it with the button because I'm used to actual button locks. But yeah, if nobody's going to look at this review like thinking, oh, should I buy a Kobalt pocket knife? No, this is just an interesting trashing of a garbagey knife. All right, well, have a great day, and if you made it this far, yeah, okay, have a great day.